Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm at my buddy John's again. We're going to be reviewing the movie Jumanji, but before that...
Jumanji!
I had to mention, another person complimented my Batman Starry Night shirt, because I remember a couple weeks ago at McDonald's...
Starry Night.
Yeah. I was at the Albion one, because that's my local fast food place. And, I was ordering, and then one of the guys who was supposed to be the girl came right up to me and said, "Excuse me, sir, I really like your shirt." And right in the middle of work, I'm sure the manager was pleased. She was the one taking my order. And then we went to Applebee's today, and a waiter said that he really liked my shirt. He said, probably the coolest shirt. And he said John's shirt was pretty kick-ass, too. He has the skull right.
Well, he's a Batman fan because he pulled out his wallet and had a picture of Batman on it, and I forget something else he showed.
His phone, I think, had a Batman cover or something like that. Yeah. It looked pretty cool. What if he had the batarang or whatever it is? That'd be cool. They had like a knife or something like that.
Speaking of which, did you hear the joke that's going around on Facebook, where it's Batman and Robin, and Robin says the Batmobile won't start, and Batman says, "Well, check the battery," and Robin says, "What's a Terry?"
Oh God!
Like the batarang, the Batmobile, the Batcopter, the battery. What's a Terry? Battery.
See, we even really start with the review. We're always talking about different stuff. That's my fault, not mine, but oh well.
Right, back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah, we're here today to review the movie Jumanji, and we saw it in Tinseltown today on February 18th, and it's still playing, and it was like a Christmas release, or it was released a week before Christmas. It's still really popular.
Yeah, I know. It's Jason, I'll pick you up like a little bit before, like maybe 40 minutes before the movie.
Yeah.
It would take 20 minutes to get there. I'm like, not in a big hurry, because I've ever been out this long, especially the Black Panther premiering this weekend, that it would be packed, and it was packed.
It was packed. It was like...
They warned us we might not be able to sit together, but we were able to.
Yeah, and then we sat right at the top. The first time I sat at the tip top of the theater, which was pretty cool. I felt like a giant while going up, walking down and stuff. It was pretty cool. And this is based like a... Well, I mean, people say sequel or remake. I don't know if it's... In a way, it's like... This is like a...
Well, it's kind of I would say a sequel like the Bond movies.
Yeah.
They're kind of sequels, but each one, or most of them, will stand on their own. So maybe a series might be better. Oh, there's only two. But, it's sequel in the way Predator 2 was a sequel. There are two independent movies, but with the same source.
Yeah, or in name only, but not like the Silent Night, Deadly Night movies. Those are completely different plots.
Yeah, well, wasn't one just like a rehash of the first one or something like that?
Yeah, that one with that guy doing a bad acting show. It's garbage day, and he shoots this guy. I remember seeing that like a month before I went in the Army. Boy, the acting was so bad. And half of that was like scenes of the other movies. They're like, Boogeyman 2 was so bad. I mean, and there was the part...
Is that disco movie?
No. The Louis Lamel series, because he did Boogeyman back in 1980, but Siskel and Ebert hated that, put it on that Women in Danger special. That was the very first Siskel and Ebert I ever saw in the afternoon coming home from 5th grade. And then they had a Boogeyman on it, and then they had the sequel, which was made on video, and about half of that was footage from the first one, and they had like ending, they showed like this girl, like she was looking at the car, and like there was a ladder, I think, hit her in the ass, and her mouth went on the exhaust of the car and killed her or something like that. But I mean, once again, we're off track, but it's all right. And like I said, we're here to review Jumanji, and now it's based on...
Welcome to the Jungle.
Yeah, Welcome to the Jungle.
One.
Yes, I forgot about that. And it was back in 94, 95.
95.
It was a Robin Williams movie
or something,
based on a board game come to life. And my history was that, I mean, I didn't see it, and it was a runaway hit when it came out. And then working at Grimm's, we had a bunch of Bosnians start working there. And one of the guys, his name was Darko. And he let me borrow... Yeah, I that's what I was going to say in the review. I forgot. Donnie, yeah, his first name was Darko. I knew I should have said Donnie Darko before you did. And he let me borrow a VHS of animal movies. That was kind of like, it was first Jumanji and then The Great Panda Adventure. They were two great movies. I remember seeing that in my room when I still had Callie, keep me company and stuff like that. She was a great cat, but we had to put her to sleep in 2010. Now, I didn't have any pets, and then when Dad passed away, we got Maggie a couple months later. So that's my history with Jumanji, and then I found they were doing this, and this is like, it first starts out with a kid in 1996 getting like the board game Jumanji. And he said, well, who plays board games anymore, and he went to sleep, and then in the morning or something like that, he was a video game player. I think it transformed into a video game cartridge.
Right.
I don't know what system was he had. Maybe that was a made-up system, or
it might have been. Yeah.
It looked like an Atari 27, but it wasn't that. It was something. I don't know what system it was. It might have been a bogus one. And then he gets sucked into the movie. I mean, sucked into the video game. Well, I mean, no. What happens? A bunch of lights. You don't know what happened, but I mean, you know what happened. You've seen the trailers and stuff like that. And they cut away to modern day. They have a couple kids. This one kid's helping this football player out, and then he gets in trouble for plagiarism, and then the other kid gets called in. And then they had this one girl that was smart-mouthing her gym team, and the other girl had her cell phone, and she was doing a call during a pop quiz, and I'm surprised the lady didn't confiscate her cell phone or something like that, and they said, oh, detention. And then she still had her cell phone. And then they were all in detention together, and that reminded me. And then John said, "Where's Molly Ringwald at?" And that was like a Breakfast Club. I've only seen Breakfast Club once. And that's why I rented it back.
You might have seen it twice. So It's been a long time since I've seen it.
That's back when John Hughes was like huge after 16 came. Oh, yeah. Breakfast Club came out.
Did he do Pretty in Pink as well? Was that him or was that somebody else?
It might have been him. I don't remember.
Yeah.
That was the one with Andrew Dice Clay playing a bartender. I mean, not a bouncer. And I remember whenever they had Diceman Cometh in Germany a few years later, they said, well, you got to check out this guy. He's all brand new, never seen him before. He looks like fun. Now, I seen this guy. He was in a ton of movies like that, and Night Patrol, and he was in the movie Casual Sex as a Vin Man and stuff like that. But getting back to the movie, whenever the Breakfast Club came out at Lampman's, it was like popular. It took us a long time to get it. I think we rented it. And I guess the girls who rented it for got all their nail polish on the video case when we rented it. Well, anyway, back to Jumanji. At the 10-minute mark, you're gonna find it and start talking about the movie.
Close to it.
They were supposed to do the thing where they take all these staples out of these magazines so they go recycling. And he said, if you don't get this done, you have to come in Saturday. And they were all like, I don't want to be here. And then they found like this video game system and us. One game cartridge, Jumanji, and then the one guy, the football player, and the other nerdy kid looked at each other, and they decided to play the game. And then they turned it on. He hooked up, and they turned it on, and they said they had like there's 5 characters. One character was taking the pilot, and there was 4 other characters. And then, hey, you want to join in? And everyone was picking the character, and then like eventually that one. I don't know, what do you call it? The reclusive girl joined in, and then the selfie girl joined in. And then they found they get sucked into the video game. And the one neat thing about this is their characters in the video game are against their type that they play, that they are in real life. Like that one nerdy guy scared of everything was played by The Rock, who's like the hero of the movie. And then that one football player... came in there and played by the animal expert, played by Kevin Hart, who was at his Kevin Hartiness. And then that one, that girl that was self-absorbed with us, she became Jack Black and said, oh my God, I'm a middle-aged man. and then the other girl became like a Laura Croft type butt kicker. That's why that reminded me of Laura.
Yeah, that's I think it was supposed to be based on, and played by Karen and Jillian from Doctor Who. I think that's how you say her last name. And there's some controversy when I first showed the trailers, like a skimpy outfit, but they allude to that because in video games, they have people wear, like Laura Croft wear a skimpy outfit, that they kind of did that on purpose. And she goes, "Why am I wearing?" I forget her exact words, but why am I wearing a skimpy outfit? This is not proper attire for a jungle.
I know.
So yeah, it was meant to be because in the way they were satirizing that a little bit, but they didn't do it too much. Yeah. But she plays a kick-ass adventurer.
But I mean, it was really neat, and it was a weird thing because the characters like were playing themselves in the movie, but they were also playing themselves in real life. You know what I mean? Yeah, but not in the movie, in the video game. And their strengths and weaknesses, like Kevin Hart was weakness with cake, and then
don't tell them what happens.
Yeah, I won't tell what happens. And then they start their adventure like this guy stole this this eye of the jaguar, not the eye of the tiger. See, I beat you on that one.
Son of a bitch.
and they have to go and they put it back in because the car was like a curse among the jungle and stuff like that. So they have to go on this long journey to rescue it, and they show the bad guy, and there's something that John.
Yeah, they show a tarantula crawling, and ask Jason, "Hey, did that make you hungry?"
Yeah, because I ate a tarantula in one of my videos. Not as big as that one. If that was that big, I'd be scared. That thing was huge. The one I had was like a little one, but it's still
just a wee one.
Yeah, little wee baby tarantula, like a mini me tarantula. But I really liked the movie. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, they did a really good job.
Jobs. And the one thing is, it's a PG-13 rated movie, but I think they cut down on the violence to make it a little more kid friendly. You know, it's PG-13 because like there are some scenes that could have been a lot more graphic or violent. It had been allowed in PG-13, but they didn't show it. And there's a scene where The Rock is fighting and he twists the guy's neck, but they have it, and then they do a cut in the middle, and then they show it again. As you notice, there's a cut in there.
All right, and there's pee-pee humor as well.
Yeah, there's pee-pee humor, which is always funny. I love a lot of it actually, and it was done really well, and it was done in a way that the kids were like. And there was parts where I don't want to get away. Well, they show the weaknesses, and then something happens, and you hear the kids. They had like all ages in the theater. Some of the kids gasped. I don't want to give away the part, but I'm not giving away the part. And it was really good. I think it's it's based a lot of character development and not just special effects and stuff like that.
Right.
And a lot of times character development really helps the movie out. And I mean, it's why it's like over 2 hours long. Mm-hmm. But a lot of movies now are over 2 hours long. Back then, it was like, I don't know if they have flashes or over. Well, some of them probably are, but the movies now are like longer. But it's really cool. And like the ending credits are longer too, and then
there's nothing in the credits, by the way. So if you don't feel like you're waiting,
nothing.
Yeah,
but surprises. During when they first go to the credits, they have like a neat little montage, like a 3D looking type thing of the jungle, which is pretty. But like I said, no other footage at the end of the movie. But they have the song "Welcome to the Jungle" by Guns N' Roses. If you want to hear that again, which is pretty cool. And I really liked it. I don't see any faults with it. I thought it was really good. The Rock was. I mean, everybody did a really good acting.
It was a good mixture of the cast too, and they, like you said, they did a good job of playing teenagers playing video game characters, and they did a really good job and playing like some awkward moments and just a great casting. So I think one of the characters is originally supposed to be Tom Holland, not the director of Chucky, but the actor that played Spider-Man. But he had to drop out, and I forget who he's supposed to play. But the people that did had it worked. I think they did an excellent job.
And it's weird because a lot of stuff it happened in Jumanji played within the rules of a video game, which is really neat. And
so yeah, some of the stuff was unbelievable. It's like that's okay because it's a video game.
Yeah. Oh, and there was the part when The Rock was fighting, he started going kapow or body slam or go through the that crap was really fun. But he was still like scared. He still had the fears that the kid had.
Right.
He had no weaknesses and stuff like that. It was really neat. There was something else I was gonna say. I can't remember. But and the one thing, like I said, as far as remakes go. And this is a great remake, just like when John Carpenter did a remake to The Thing, that was fantastic.
Right.
To the old classic one. They're both classic movies. Like I said, I never saw the remake of John Carpenter's, the 2011.
Well, that wasn't really a remake. That was a prequel.
Or the prequel to the John Carpenter thing? Oh, okay.
It was okay. It wasn't that great. I heard the sequel to Carpenter's, the video game, was really good, but I never played the video game because... I guess the game, it takes place after the movie, and you're part of the crew sent in to find out what the hell happened to the last crew. Sort of like a Carpenter's movie. They were a crew to figure out what the fuck was going on. But I heard it's really good because then it's like in a movie, you don't know who's in the creatures inhabiting and stuff like that. So you start to get paranoid and. I heard it was very good, but I never got around to playing it. I never bought it either.
Well, I know I liked all three King Kong movies. The original from the 30s, the 70s one, and then the Peter Jackson one. I'm not counting King Kong Skull because that's like a different. But I mean like
Right.
King Kong type thing. Was the remake to Assault on Precinct 13 any good or?
It was okay.
Okay, 'cause I saw the first one. Did you like the original Precinct?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was alright. I didn't think it was as strong as like Escape from New York or something.
Right.
But I thought it was decent.
Well, I think that was its first movie.
I think no, his first movie was Dark Star.
Was Dark Star okay?
That was
So
the
it's only
outer space
second one.
comedy, which was
Yeah, I don't know
really
if
funny.
I don't think I ever saw
Dark Star was on United Video, which is really. I thought it was funny. It was like it was like he did a really good job with a low budget, and he had like this beach ball that was like a monster or something like that. It reminded me of that real slimy thing from Quark, and probably along the same lines as that movie Quark that was written by Buck Henry, which we were both fans of, with those twin girls and Tim Matheson. And that one guy playing the FICA living plant. It was really funny. And once again, another 25-minute review.
Yeah, 15.
Okay.
I guess that's a wrap then, huh?
Okay, yeah, I really enjoyed Jumanji. I give it a 10 out of 10. Fantastic movie. It's PG-13, so use your discretion, but it's more kid-friendly than some of the other PG-13 movies out there, but use your discretion. If they're real little, just wait till they're after over 7, 8, 9 or something like that. But for me and my buddy John, please take care of my legions. I'm out of breath.